Hey and welcome into this video. Today is actually the International Chess Day, so let me congratulate you with this great occasion. Thank you for being a chess player, thank you for supporting chess, thank you for being part of this community. Apart from enjoying the chess game itself, I've always enjoyed a lot dealing with chess players. They are nice and intelligent people pretty much all the time whenever I dealt with any chess players. So again, thank you so much. And for today's video, I wanted to find something more entertaining that would show the endless beauty of chess. And with that in mind, I've picked a couple positions that are guaranteed to amaze you. And you may also try to solve them, of course, yourself, or we're going to go over them together and just enjoy these beauties. Now, you've probably stumbled upon this or similar position many times in your practice without knowing how to convert, so luckily we're going to analyze it today together. Just kidding, of course. It's an artificial position. Anyways, black to move, and it's checkmate in 3 moves. So if you wish, you may try to pause the video and figure it out on your own, and if not, let's check this out together. Actually, I'm seeing this right now on the screen. Let me share it with you. It actually shows me that white has a material advantage equal to plus 339, which is funny, but black still wins. Alright, let me also mention that you're playing black, therefore this is the 8th rank, meaning white pawns are going down, they're going this way. I'm not sure if it helps, however. Anyway, let's try to figure it out together. So the very first task would be to locate white's king, which is already funny. There it is in the corner. Now, how can you checkmate it? Well, apparently you're gonna need to use your knight, because that's the only piece you have. And so where can the knight go? Well, we need to find a safe spot where the knight cannot be captured, and if you check these 4 options available, there is only one move where black's knight is not captured immediately, and therefore we're forced to play knight takes g4. Now after that, white moves somewhere here, and then you still do the same thing. You think, where can the knight go without being captured? And again, the only move is knight takes c3, and then here white moves somehow, and after that we finally deliver the smothered checkmate. Check to the king, and this is checkmate. And the next puzzle is quite elegant. It's white to move and checkmate in 3 moves, once again. But this time, of course, we have a more standard position. Well, of course, it's still a puzzle. Definitely white can win in numerous different ways thanks to their material advantage, but there's only one way to win in 3 moves. So if you wish, you may try to pause the video and figure it out on your own, but there is a catch here. So here's the winning shot. It's the move rook to f4. And now there's king g3 and there's king h1. There are only 2 moves we gotta consider. King h1 is the simplest one. If black corners himself, then you just play king f2, and after that rook h4 is coming. For example, black goes king h2, rook h4, this is checkmate. This is pretty straightforward. But let's get it back. After white just played rook to f4, of course the main question is, what if king takes g3? How are you gonna deliver the checkmate here? You may think about this for a second once again. So at this point it's checkmate in 2. And the solution here is a surprising castle. Definitely didn't expect that white could steal castle, even though it's actually the standard position for casting, right? So it's never too late to castle. And on the next move, it's rook f3, so the king moves, and then rook f3, this is checkmate in 3. Simple but elegant. And here's the final puzzle for today, and it's actually really elegant. I enjoyed it a lot. I don't know about you, but I hope that you will love this as well. It is white to play and win. There is no specific restriction of the quantity of moves, but you just gotta win. So what's the problem here? Well, the problem is this square is of a wrong color. By the way, this is the 1st rank, white pawn is moving up, right? So clearly in order to win, white needs to promote his pawn. But how do you do that? The problem is, if black can bring their king somewhere here to the corner, then it's a draw. Because you've got a light square bishop and it can't possibly attack this square of promotion. And therefore, if black just puts their king there, there's nothing you can do and it's going to be a draw. Which means that your task is to somehow stop black king from moving that direction. And it looks like there is just no way for you to do that because, you know, black is just like 2 moves away from this. Anyway, there is a very spectacular way for white to keep building the wall, you know, on the way of black's king, and that way to secure a victory. It starts off with the move bishop to e6, trying to cut off at least these few squares. Now, the most natural intent of black would be to play king f8, but it's actually apparently bad because of h6. And now we're building this little wall. The king will have to move away, and as soon as the king moves away, your pawn simply goes forward. So that's not a good move for black actually to play king f8. But king e7 is a lot stronger, and this way the king wants to go somewhere here and still approach the pawn. After that, you're still playing pawn h6, the pawn is ready to go forward, therefore the king needs to move, and at this point, once again, it looks like it's all over, the king is gonna move somewhere there on the next move, chase the pawn, and it's a draw. But you play bishop f5, and once again, you build up this nice little wall, like invisible wall, on the way of black's king. What can black do now? Well, clearly, black can't take the bishop because the pawn will simply move forward and be promoted. So that's not the solution. But the king can try to go back and reach the pawn that way. And once again, seems like, yeah, now that's completely over. But you're still playing bishop to h7 and you're building a nice little wall that way. The king still can't approach. He tries again by playing king f6, trying to go this way. But now, very timely, your king comes here and takes away this last square. And strangely enough, you build this like complete wall here against black's king and it just can't come closer to the pawn anymore. It has to go back and you keep pressing it. It goes back, you keep pressing, and ultimately, because you took away all these squares, the king has to move away and you achieved your goal. Now you play king g7 and your pawn is ready to be pushed forward on the next move and you win. Somehow, I don't know, but I really enjoyed it a lot. Like, there's this simple beauty of this puzzle where you only have two pieces, but you manage to create this little masterpiece with them. And here's one of my favorite puzzles. It's white to move, checkmate in one. Funnily enough, I've shown this position to some of my friends who are title players, and strangely enough, some of them struggled initially because, you know, it's actually a bit tricky. Anyway, please think about this and write it down in the comments below if you can find the winning move, which is checkmate in one. Once again, congratulations with the International Chess Day. This free masterclass may help you to achieve your chess goals this year. Either way, keep crushing it. Talk soon.